Welcome to the Kiwi Effect, guys. Today we're here with the Jesse G Vlogs.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Of course, brother, of course. So the first thing that I want to talk to you about is why did you want to start what you're doing right now?
All right,
Actually, tell them a little bit about what you're doing right now for the people that don't know.
all right, like you guys can see on my shirt, it says Jesse G Vlogs. This year I started doing a YouTube channel, and I just wanted to be like an influencer, like to inspire people to do things that maybe they weren't as motivated to do. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, and the components that got me to starting it was number one, I'm a Sunday school teacher, right? And I teach little kids ranging from the ages like about like 5 to like 13, and like they were all like, oh my gosh, teacher Jesse, you should start a YouTube channel because like you seem super funny, super cool, energetic. And I'm like, okay, I'll start that next year. So they were telling me that last year. And then also just like I'm also kind of like a youth group leader that we have Friday youth groups at my church. And I feel like nowadays there's just a lot of like wrong, quote unquote, things with society, that things that could be bettered. You know what I mean?
Talking to the mic, but yeah.
Things that could be bettered.
Definitely.
So I just wanted to start that YouTube just so I could like be a better influence on the world and just showing that you could still have fun without doing certain things, like
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I want to start. I just want other people to, when they look at me, they see, wow, I want to be like Jesse one day, to be outgoing.
You want to be that role model for them.
Exactly, your role model is a word, right?
Definitely. So tell us more about like what you're doing with the church group.
So the church group, right? Each summer we have like a camp, which is, I believe, the last week of August. This year it's actually August 20th, which is my birthday. I'll be turning 18 on our way to the place in PA. But our youth group program has been running for like about like 13 to 15 years, something like that, since the church started, and just very successful. And I think because when you're young, when you're a child, that's when your mind starts to develop, and like whatever you see, whatever, like it gets embedded. It's like written,
Definitely.
like code in your brain. So like that's the foundation. So more about that, it's every Friday. We have many churches, right? We have one in like Morristown, Long Branch, Dover, Kearney, and we're a missionary church, which means like we have churches that we built and support, like in Costa Rica, Colombia, Honduras, Nicaragua. The list goes on. And the best part is we support a pastor down in Pakistan. It's pretty funny. Like we supported them with like financially, with buying them like electronic Bibles that were translated to their language because they didn't have any. So I was like, that's pretty cool. But yeah, so every Friday at 7:30 at the churches is when we do our youth groups.
And what age did you say that was?
So the youth groups start from ages 13 up to, I believe, 21, 18 or 21. And then we have this SWAT program. It's just the name, right?
Okay.
It's an acronym. Singles with the purpose is what it stands for. Like single, like you're not dating anyone, but like it's just for older people. Like probably talk about deeper stuff and like make it more for their age. But yeah, so we have a preteens, which is from 9 to 12. So we have preteens, youth, and then SWAT, and then CIA. I don't know why they went with the military, but it's couples in action. So that's like young married couples to be just proactive, to be doing things, get more involved with the world and church.
So have you always been a Catholic man?
Christian.
So
Yeah.
like that's one thing I want to talk that you probably know a bit about that I don't. Like there's like so much like difference between like Catholic, Christian, like Orthodox, like all that. Like I don't understand it.
Like if I'm being honest, I would still have to do my research, but everybody says like Catholic and Christian. Some people say the same thing. For me, it's different. And like even denominations from Christian, there's like Protestant and
Exactly.
There's so many. And I personally couldn't tell you a specific one that I am, but how we view it is more of a relationship with God than a religion. It's all about between how like a relationship, like a friendship like that we have, just exactly same way. So yeah, it's a bunch. When people come out to me, I think that's a thing that I should study better about because like I honestly don't know a lot about, but I think it's definitely good to be more knowledgeable on that. So definitely.
So how do you, when you're like thinking about like what you're gonna do for a video, like what is that process like?
Honestly, like if you see on YouTube these big famous creators, they're like, it's not necessarily copy and paste, but copy and paste with their own twist. So like, and me as a starting YouTuber that's just starting to get into it, what's really helpful? Give them a little secret. AI, ChatGPT, give me a list.
So you just go hopping on ChatGPT, give me vlog ideas?
Yeah, vlog ideas, challenges. That's actually the one where I did A through Z. It's always like lingering in the back of my head, and now I'm like, let me just go on ChatGPT, and it just gave me that idea, like confirmed it. So yeah, definitely ChatGPT AI definitely helps, and just like, and then I say having a younger sibling, Rebecca, she definitely helps a lot because like she's energetic as well. She's always been making her little YouTube videos that she doesn't post, but yeah. So ChatGPT, and I feel like once you have that idea, it's just about. Some people like to write a script to the YouTube video, but I like to go more with the flow. Yeah. Whatever happens in the moment happens. You know, you could always like edit it out and whatever.
Yeah.
So, and something I learned is always keep the camera on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because I was vlogging one time and we got locked in of Target and I had the camera off the whole time. So I was like, that would have been so perfect for the YouTube video. But
How'd you get locked in Target?
The doors, the automatic doors, they just locked. They wouldn't open. We gotta get like the security guard to like that, bust it open, like out of a whole movie. But yeah. So yeah, I think it's like the execution is more with the flow. It's just the hardest thing is the content, coming up with the ideas and not trying to be as more copy and paste, but like I said, with your own twist, you know?
Yeah. What do your parents think about this?
They like what I'm doing right now. They agree because like I say, quote unquote, I'm a like natural born leader. You know what I mean? Like I have that the initiative. Like I don't know if you remember in gym class when I stood up to do that. Are you in my gym class? Yeah.
Yeah.
When I stood up to do the attendance when like nothing was working and like
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. So just little things like that. So small details that I definitely think that I would be a great role model / influencer. So they're like, yeah, just keep on what you're doing and like. It's like what I say, like I wanted to do soccer, right?
Yeah.
Professionally, but like what I always say when I put my goals, what I want to do, I always say it's all in God's hands, and whatever God wants me to do, it's what's gonna happen, and let it be His will. Everything's in His hands. So, and if God wants me to be a full-time role model influencer, He'll be giving me the ideas, you know, and just stuff like that. So, yeah, if it's in God's hands, I'll be doing this full-time, and if not, He'll guide me to whatever His purpose is for me.
Yeah, I have a very like similar theory, but for me, it's just not like God.
Yeah.
And like I get the whole like God thing, and like I went to, I don't know if it was even like Christian or Catholic, but I went to church for a while, CCD, went through the whole process, and like it's just not for me. And I totally respect everyone who that is their thing.
Right.
But like I just never saw it. And like how I think about it is like whatever is gonna happen is gonna happen. Like whatever my path is, that's my path. So like when bad thing, exactly. So like when something bad happens to me, like it's whatever. It's just in my path. Just something that you have to go through so that the good times and the good things will feel that much better. I
also like going along with that, and it is true. Things have to happen in order to be where you're gonna be in the future. You know what I mean? Just I like to always think about it like a bow and arrow. The bow's always pushed, or the arrow's always pushed back, just so it could one day be launched forward. So you know, just don't let your problems hold you back. Just keep on pushing through because everything happens for a reason.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So what's something that nobody has any idea about you?
That's a good question.
That's a hard one.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if a lot of people that gonna be watching this that know me, how I look like in real life, but my height, like it's always something that I've like always like not like battled like mentally, but like little by little, and I've gotten to a point where I accepted myself for who I am, and like I like that also is a part that inspired me, and my hope in the future is to write a book about don't let your physical limit to what you can achieve. And yeah, it's probably cliche and it's definitely already out there, but I just want to be like that role model. That's also why I started. So definitely my height, and sometimes obviously like people joke around with it. I'm like, that's completely fine, but little by little, like the cup starts filling up with those jokes, and like you say it goes in one ear and goes out the other. Yeah, but like, and then it stays in the heart, and then one day you just like it bottles up, and then you just like cry about it or however. Yeah, I'm not afraid to admit that I cry about it sometimes because it's perfectly fine to show your emotions, guy or girl. So yeah, definitely my not constant struggle like with my height, but just like accepting myself for who I am as a person.
Definitely, and that's definitely something so many people struggle with that is not talked about openly all the time. I feel like everyone is so many people try to be like so bottled up when I feel like we should just be so much more open and accepting to each other.
Yeah, like I feel like society has come to a point where like only girls are allowed to cry. You know what I mean? And like Like, and
I know
then like
exactly what
the
you mean,
men's mental health are supposed to be like quiet, like you can't say nothing.
Yeah.
And like I've been listening to a lot in the past year how like more men like die of suicide just because they're not allowed to open up.
Yeah.
Like they have to put on this fake face of like, oh yeah, I'm a hardworking man, I gotta do what I do to support my family, or whatever.
Definitely. Yeah.
But I definitely think it's something that should be more talked about, more awareness. There should be more awareness about not necessarily just men's, but like mental health and like depression, all those problems openly. You shouldn't be like liable. You shouldn't be liable to like hold them in, and like because one day, who knows, like you could explode, and then you could either cry out anger and God forbid you could do something that could like you'll
Change your life
regret
forever.
forever. Yeah, literally.
Yeah. I feel like that's why like abuse rates are so much higher with men. Like you see that more often, men like abusing women or like their girlfriend or whatever. But you don't see that as much as with women because like women just express themselves other ways so much more often,
Right.
where men tend to hold on to those feelings, bottle up, and explode. How we were just talking about.
Yeah, I agree 100%, and like I said, like that goes along with like having that little like it could be little, could be big, like just that emptiness in the heart of that, like I guess that of expressing, because when someone tells you a secret and you're like don't tell anyone, you just have that lingering in the back of your head that you have to get it off your chest at least to someone else. So it's kind of like the same way, it's in your chest, you just gotta like let it out somehow, and you want it to be the right way, and like cry about it. I guess it's kind of the right way, or figure out the right way just to
Figure a healthy way to handle it.
right, not to regret it in the future.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have regrets?
Regrets in life? I think as a senior, I definitely regret not taking enough like extracurricular courses, like getting more involved.
Like
Going
school or like
school wise, like going to service nights, just like just experience. I thought of like the NHS, like the points you accumulate service hours. I thought of it more about service hours than just like doing a good deed and stuff like that. So I do kind of regret that, not being like more involved in the community too in general, just like going to events, like whatever. But yeah, definitely that. And yeah, I think that's it. And like just keep on going forward, because you can't go back in time. Just gotta
keep going.
That's what I'm saying.
Nothing else you can do.
Right.
For regrets, I have like one regret. I tend to not regret things because, like as we were talking about before, like those things set you up for what's gonna happen.
Right.
Like chances are that if I didn't do exactly what I did in this moment, where I'm talking about like my regret, this conversation is likely not to happen.
Yeah.
Because of the butterfly effect. If you guys know what that is, we can talk about that after this.
Yeah, explain that.
So
I don't know what that is.
The butterfly effect?
Yeah, I've never heard
All
of
right.
it.
So my one regret was PHS football. We're mid-game, right? A fight starts. And instead of, this is the last game of the season. This is it. And instead of like getting into the fight, I was just in the middle of the field like dancing. And that's my only regret. I wish I like just ran in there and just started freaking beating these kids up. Because like I barely even played in the first place.
Right.
So like that was literally my last time on the field, and like I didn't even get in the fight.
Yeah, like I think I could. Yeah, I could kind of relate with the soccer aspect, but no, that's crazy. Like you're totally right. It's your last time on the field. What are they gonna? And it's the last game. What are they gonna?
But I didn't even know it was gonna be like my last time on the field. Like I just didn't.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't like thinking about it like that. I was in the game. You know what I'm saying?
So like, what's the worst thing they were gonna do? Kick you out of the team
literally.
on the last game?
Not they wouldn't kick me off the team. They would have just kicked me out of the game like they did a couple other players.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's not. Yeah, just regrets, Let's see. Why'd you start it? Why'd you start what you want to do?
So, I don't know. I mean, I definitely wanted to do something like this where I could just like talk to people, influence people, because I feel like there's such a lack of that in the world today of like good role models.
Right.
Because I feel like there's so many people that just have like a fake personality like on YouTube and stuff like that. And like so many people that are just leading society in a bad direction.
Oh yeah, like that's also, you brought up like the perfect point, because like I was also at church the other day. I don't want to bring up church a lot because I don't want to bore them, but like they were preaching about how if you go on Instagram they just put on that fake
Mm-hmm.
like persona. They like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, we're modeling. I'm in Hawaii, traveling,
Yeah.
Paris. Yeah, this cool lifestyle. But when they go back home, how do they really feel about themselves? How's their marriage? How's their kids? How's their family relationship? You know, and that's what mainly matters.
Mm-hmm.
Like I understand being an influencer is hard and putting out that positive role model, but I think it's what inside is what counts. You know what is
Definitely.
true about them. Staying true to yourself and not putting on that fake image to others that others should see. You know.
Yeah. Like so many people that are like that, like do what you're talking about, like go out, just like film something, like they look so happy, but like they'll just like go home and just be like so upset with themselves for a multitude of reasons. But about the butterfly effect, what that is like things, I don't know how to put this. It's like things affecting things that like you wouldn't even realize. Like seeing like a penny like on the ground, like you pick up that penny,
Right.
and like because you picked up that penny, you did not walk in the street 1 second faster, so you got hit by a car. If that makes sense.
Yeah,
I don't know if I like.
No, it does make sense. I was actually on my way when I put the GPS on to get here. I was like, why is it sending me to the right when I know I have to go to the left? So I just obey the GPS. I go to the right, and then on my way here, I'm like, what if that little disturbance in the GPS prevented me from like an accident? So yeah, kind of just
Yeah, stuff like that, and like that compounds over time in like an insane way. Like if you look at life like kind of like paths, like from here I have like so many things I could do.
Yeah.
Like theoretically, if I wanted to, like I could turn this recording off right now. Like I could punch Jesse.
Yeah.
And like there's like an infinite possibilities stemming out from this moment that stem out to more infinite possibilities. That it's just crazy.
Yeah, like whatever you're doing right now, this is what life has led you to. I've always like I don't know why recently it's been in my mind like whatever I'm doing right now, like this conversation, this is what life has led us to this moment.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's just crazy to think about. And just I don't know about it's about me. I don't know about you, but like I sometimes just want to know what I'm going to end up doing. What's going to be my big boy job, you know? Like what am I going to be doing full time in the future? Just that's what I think is I just would love to know. I'm pretty sure you would like to know what you're going to end up doing in the future.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, part of me wants to know, but like at the same time, like I don't want to know because I want to enjoy the journey on my way to that goal.
Yeah, you want to like go through the motions of life and like just see what life has for you. Right.
It's kind of like some things I've seen where it's like you don't really want to know how you die. You know what I'm saying? Like if you know the time and place where you're going to die, you're going to spend your whole life trying to avoid that.
Yeah.
And like just doesn't, you don't want that.
Yeah, you wouldn't enjoy life pretty much because you'd be living by time, like just waiting for that date to happen. You wouldn't be enjoying in the moment. And I mean, I think that's just like life in general. Time doesn't wait for you, man. You just gotta hit that gas pedal, just go forward and grind it out. Because as young as you are, as old as you are, gotta get there. You gotta get to what you want to do. You know what I mean?
You know what's crazy that I just thought of? This is the last Kiwi Effect that I'm ever going to film while I am a high school student at Parsippany High School.
Wow, dude. I feel very privileged. And this is my first Kiwi Effect that I'm going to be doing. And, I mean, on my behalf, for my YouTube videos, you'll definitely be on some over the summer when I'm going to be doing. So
Sounds
just
good.
catch that on my YouTube. But that's crazy. And like, speaking about senior year, dude, like, when all the teachers were saying that, like, oh, yeah, no, it's going to go by fast. And I was like, okay, yeah, I understand it's going to go by fast, but not this fast. Like, it's in a blink.
Dude, I blinked, I looked back, I'm like, what?
4 years of high school. And I've been, like, so sentimental about this week because the internship program.
Yeah, we're both doing it.
Yeah. Do the viewers know what that is, or?
Some of them.
All right, so what the internship is pretty much is that, like, the last, 3 weeks or 5 weeks? About 5?
I think it's 5. I don't know.
Yeah, 5 weeks of school, we get to intern at a place. And there's only 50 students, so you got to get there. You got to get your application submitted and paperwork. But it's where the last 5 weeks you get to go to a place of work on a major or a minor or whatever you want to do, whatever your passion is. And what's great about it, you don't have to take finals. That's also a main reason I didn't do that because, like, grades freeze sounds perfect.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's what the internship is. And what was I saying?
Internship, what it is.
Yeah. No, I was
So this is our last week of high school.
Oh, yeah, the
Today
blink.
is Wednesday, the 10th. Our last day is Friday the 12th.
Right. And I was just saying about how fast and, like, memories, like, because I moved when I was younger, like, so much. I went from, well, I was born in Costa Rica, which is pretty cool. I moved here when I was 2, so I was technically raised here. I went from Caldwell to Verona to Roseland and here to Parsippany in 4th grade. So I've been everywhere, but, like, Parsippany has been, like, my main place that I've been here. And, like, just thinking about going from Troy Hills to Central to Parsippany High School, like, it's like, how?
Crazy. It's crazy to think about.
And, like, when you told me I was going to be on here, I was, like, thinking, wow, that's crazy. And I remember being in Central, seeing that, my email, seeing the 23 at the end, and it being, like, what?
Like, that's so far away.
Like,
that's
2014 being, like, wow.
Is that even going to happen?
Yeah,
like, are we even going to get to that date?
That's
like,
what I'm saying. Like,
and now it's 2023, and we have 2 days of high school
and
left.
before we know it, we're going to be college.
Yeah.
Like, literally.
Do you know what you're going to CCM, right?
Yeah, I'm doing CCM to get my gen eds, which is, like, the criteria, the math, science, everything, the requirements out the way. And then I'd be doing 2 years there, and then from 2 years, the other 2 years I'll be doing at Montclair for business administration. And also, that's going to be my major. And
What are you going to CCM for?
Like I said, just to get the criteria out the way,
Okay.
just the math. Because I want to go for the actual business aspect of it in Montclair. But also, I want to look at their, like, mini programs that they run at CCM and, like, social media, like, marketing, stuff like that. Just getting more involved, more knowledge. Because
CCM is so underrated. So underrated.
yeah, when they asked me what college I'm going to on the Parsippany High School decisions page on Instagram, I was like, what looks better, CCM or Montclair? But I'm like, it doesn't matter what others think. CCM, that's what I'm gonna do, and that's what people are gonna know me for. And, like, think about it, like you said, it's such an underrated, like, college too, because not only are you gonna be learning the same thing, which same math, same unless you decide to go honors or whatever, that's a different route. But you're gonna be learning the same things the first 2 years, so you're gonna be saving a ton of money. So like, why not do that?
Like, the only reason where it's, like, a good decision for you, like, the only way it's the best decision for you to go to a 4-year college is, like, if you want the party aspect,
right,
and you have the money to afford that comfortably.
Right.
That's the only way that is the best move on the board.
Yeah.
So many people don't realize that they're sacrificing some money, like, just to get that party aspect.
Yeah.
And I respect it. Like, if that's what you want to do, like, that's definitely the path that some people need.
Right.
But for people like you and me who are trying to, like, go past that,
Yeah,
like what other people are trying to do, like, it's just so much wiser to make this decision than, let's just say, to go to, like, NYU or something.
Yeah,
It's
and,
a
like,
really good school. I don't know why I said that school, but, like, whatever.
Yeah, like, for me, CCM Montclair commuting is perfectly. I don't have to spend, for example, 26 grand on dorming. Like, with those 26 grand,
dude, people don't realize how much, like, housing is. They have no idea.
Too much. Plus the textbooks on top of that and the actual price of the college. It just builds up, and those, for example, 26,000 could go towards your YouTube or towards whatever you're looking forward to.
Investing, bro. Like, there's so much you can learn on YouTube. Like, people don't realize, like, how easy it is to, like, do what they want to do without going to college. But that's also a problem that so many people don't know what they want to do.
Yeah, and I was gonna bring that up too. Like, I think the great option for the 4 years college is if you're certain on what you want to do and what your big job is gonna be, what you're gonna do. And, like, if CCM, it's obviously still good if you know.
CCM is great. It's like top, like, 1.8 community college, 1.8% of community colleges in the United States. Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that. That's
like, CCM is, like, the shit.
Yeah,
cannot lie.
It's great. So yeah, and like I was saying, like, it's still amazing if you know what you're gonna do exactly. But
even if you don't, it's amazing because you save the money, and then you have more time, like, of you working towards your goals so that you can figure out what you want to do.
Exactly.
So many people at our age are not thinking about what they want to be doing in their day-to-day life when they're 40.
Right.
Like, if you don't think about that right now and you just walk into the future, like, if you don't have a plan, you're planning to fail.
Yeah, you're gonna be retired. I'm not saying people retire at 65 are failing, but, like, me personally, I don't want to work till I'm 65. I don't know about
Exactly.
you.
That's not
like, that's not what I'm working towards, and, like, I mean, I wish the best financially, successfully to everyone, you know.
Yeah.
But, you know, like, you just got to put your mind to it and, like, grind it out. Because, like we said, time doesn't wait for you. Before you know it, you're going to be in your 40s like this.
You're going to be in your 40s and, like, you're going to be like, all that time flew and, like, I just wasted it on stuff that, like, was not going to truly internally fulfill me.
Right. And if you still have the opportunity and your school does offer the investments class, take that, because I definitely learned a lot, like, by like starting when you're 18 or 20 or 21, as soon as you can start investing, because like I think I was doing the math with the teacher there, right? And it was like saying if you start at 22,
Mr. Mueller?
It was Mr. Mueller, or no, it was Mr.
We gotta talk about Mr. Mueller though.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We gotta bring up Mr. Mueller.
Yeah, we'll
later.
talk about him. Dr. Garcia. That's the investments teacher. We call him Andrew Tate because he's literally exactly like Andrew Tate. It's hilarious. But yeah, it was like 2.8 million if you start at 22. Imagine having 2.8 million in your retirement, in your retirement account, like. 2.8, you're set for life, you know?
Yeah.
Plus those, like, other checks, you know, other bonuses, whatever. But, yeah, if you do have the opportunity, definitely take that.
Let's talk about Mr. Mueller.
Yo.
This guy, bro.
He's...
Where do we even start with Mr. Mueller?
There's so much. Like, I think we could definitely start with his, like, lectures sometimes that he gets too emotional about. Number one...
Low-key, they're fire, though. Like, low-key, I'm like, if he's not talking about math, I'm, like...
Intrigued. Because, like, he moves around the room. He's, like... You know, he's doing all these things. And, like, I think the one that he brings up every year that I've been told is how I think one of his kids goes to Penn State, is it?
Dude, he always talks about Penn State.
Bro.
Penn State shit up in the room, like, always talking about Penn State.
All over the place. And, like I said, he's just a whole guy. And, like, during his test, bro, like...
Bro, they don't know about the test, bro. So, basically, we found out very soon into the year. Yeah. Very, very soon. Like, second test. Some people probably first test.
Yeah.
He does not change the tests from year to year.
Right.
He does not walk around the classroom. So, we just got the pictures of the test from last year.
Yeah.
Halfway through the year, bro, it was going great. It was beautiful. It was like a symphony, how light this was. So, I know I stopped paying attention. I know I don't need that shit for what I'm doing. Do you need that shit?
I mean, not that deeply, no. I need math, but not that deeply.
So, like halfway through the year, like Christmas-ish, like, were you still paying attention or no?
No, definitely not.
No, yeah.
I'm not going to lie to you.
The first marketing period, I was, like, just, like, still, like, paying attention, like, just knowing how to do it.
Yeah. But if I'm being honest, once it got into the sign, the cosine, that's
when he got into cosine, I was like, checking out. I'm done.
That's it. That's where I stopped paying attention. And
so, everything's still going great. We're still the tests and everything. All of a sudden, like, I hear from Nico, one of my other friends, from the other class, like the afternoon class, that, like, he knows. And they got screamed at. And, like, I was like, bro. No. And you want to know what happened, bro? Fucking, we can't name drop.
Yeah, I was going to say, don't name drop, because.
So, Jesse sits to the left of me.
Yeah.
This kid sits to the right of me. So, it's like, what? How much through the year? Probably like halfway through the third marketing period.
Oh yeah.
So like halfway through the marketing period, third marketing period, everything's still going beautiful, except the kid next to me. Dude, I want to name drop him so bad.
Yeah, I know.
So he comes into class, sits down, no notebook, no pencil, just straight phone on desk, and I'm like, bro, like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Like, you're about to sell all of our shit. Like, what percent of the class do you think was using it? Probably like 70%.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Probably like 70%. Yeah. No freaking notebook, no pencil, not even nothing. Doesn't even look up. Gets yelled at like 3 times, and then he's like, how is this kid not paying attention? I know he's not that brilliant of a kid, and getting
100?
Getting like 100 on every test. Yeah. This kid sold us so hard.
Yeah.
So now, we're like third marketing period. We have no idea how to do any of this, because it's all this like cosine, sine, tangent squared, all this freaking shit.
Yeah.
So what have you been doing?
Like,
I've been doing some crazy stuff.
Scrambling all over, even texting you. You know the struggle. Yeah. Like, because I know this past test it was the same though, right? Was it the same? Or there was nothing. We didn't get anything. No,
there was nothing. But
from the past years,
dude, it was so funny what I just did for the most recent test.
What'd you do?
So like we had the test first period.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, I wake up and I'm like, bro, there's no way I'm gonna take this test. So at that point, I think I have like a 51 in pre-calc. Cause like the first test, I got a 40 on. I fucked up. But like it's fourth market period. I'm doing internship. I don't care.
Yeah,
I passed the class for the year. Like I don't care. Then the next one I got like a 60 on. And then I'm like, bro, like I need to get this grade up because my mom is not happy. Right. So it's first period. I'm like, Mom, there's a test first period. Completely forgot about this. Like, I knew the test was first period.
Yeah.
I'm like, I completely forgot about this. I'm not gonna go in. How about this? You let me stay home. I'm not gonna go in. And then I'm gonna get a better grade on Thursday when I take the test. Yeah. Somehow she agrees. I don't know how. She would not usually let me, but somehow she let me.
Yeah.
So then are we allowed to like say like I didn't take the test yet? Like I can't tell them how I'm about to freaking. Am I allowed? I don't know. But basically, I went fishing instead of taking the test.
Oh, that's why I saw that post. I was like, what is he doing?
Yeah, so I was fishing while this guy wasn't taking the test. How was it?
No.
Oh, wait, you didn't. You only took like half it, right?
Yeah, I did questions 1 through 6, and then I was like, and I was literally just sitting there waiting for the period to end so I could tell him, oh yeah, can I finish it? I can't today though during lunch, so can I just take it tomorrow during lunch, which was today. I don't know what grade I got on it, but it was horrible. And you know what's funny? I did the same thing during remember Bring Your Child to Work Day? You know how we had a test that day? I think it was.
I was not fucking there.
It was first. I was
not there.
Yeah. It was first block. And I did the same thing. I was like, Mom, I get to go in late today. I didn't tell her why. Mom, I get to go in late. So I just didn't come in the first block. I did what I could to get that answer for the test, and then did that. But definitely barely made it.
So that's our story of how we're now going to be adequately prepared for this test.
Yep. And like, hopefully, well, I feel bad for the people in that class that are seniors and not doing the internship.
Dude, yeah.
Is there any seniors? Yeah.
I don't know if Emily is. I don't know if Ton is or anyone else in there.
Yeah, hopefully. I'm wishing the best of luck for them, but
yeah, dude,
I also was.
I'm so checked out in that class right now.
Oh, yeah.
Dude.
Like, I'm just have my notebook, and I'm just doing
like, you take your notebook out, and, like, you're, like, on your phone, like most people, like, at least you have your notebook and your pencil out
and
the
I'm
whole year.
Writing some of the things there.
Dude, I want to name drop this so bad. This freaking guy, bro, sold us so bad.
Yeah, and when he first changed it, he was like, I bet when he was grading them, he was like,
no, I remember, like, he called him out, too. Like, he called him out, like, multiple times. He's like, nice job, and then, like, said his name, and we're all just like, yo.
Damn.
He's done it to me a couple times.
Yeah, I think he did it once to me, but, like, he was like, oh, that's why they probably had the answer.
He was like teaching this stuff. Do you remember like when we were doing that like cosine, sine, tangent stuff? Where like it was just so much. Remember like where like he couldn't even do the problems and
yeah. Like
it was like a tangent problem and there was just like a block of work and we're just like.
Yeah, if the teacher can't do the work, how like barely do the work.
This guy's a nerd.
Yeah.
Respectfully.
Yeah, like
he's actually cool though. Like I wish I did not have him as a math teacher. Cause like I like him when he's not teaching.
Yeah, math. If you get to know him as a person, he's good. He's a chill person. Like my I could say my favorite subject was math until pre-calc.
Dude.
Once it got to that, like I like math because there's formulas you just gotta follow it, input, and then you get an answer. Way. Yeah.
Like I like algebra.
Yeah, but once you get into the sine, cosine, tangent,
it's not even math at that point. It's just like, what am I doing? Like, why am I even doing?
Why am I solving for the curvature of like something?
Yeah, like what are we doing with these lines?
Unless
that's one thing I hate about school. We're doing all of this like for what? So one day I raised my hand. I'm like, so like we're doing like sine, cosine, tangent graphs for like circle like on a graph, and I'm like, so like what do we use this for in real life? I didn't know this. And he's like, so it's like for calculating like radio waves. And I'm like, okay, I'm just not going to pay attention because I don't need this in life.
Yeah.
I just don't.
I definitely think that there should be like could be private, could be public school that they should. I feel like definitely having those criteria classes, gym, English, whatever. But I feel like history shouldn't be a requirement unless you're going to be a history teacher or want to go. Mm-hmm. Definitely the first I feel like the freshman and sophomore year should be required because that's their mind's still like exploring on what they want to do. Mm-hmm. Junior year, you have to get approved by like the staff. And senior year, you should be determined by what you want to do. Yeah. So you should be able to take the classes that you need and that you know are going to prepare you. You know what I mean? Like I just said, like history, I'm going to want to be a business major. How am I gonna use history? Like I don't need to be knowing what Abraham Lincoln was doing in 1988.
That's why, are you taking history? You don't have to take history.
No, I didn't take history this year.
Yeah,
I only took math. I only took pre-calc this year because I was like, I'm gonna go into a business administration
I
major, and even if I don't have to take pre-calc, I just get a little snippet or like a sneak peek of what it is if I do end up having to take that class.
I messed up, bro. I took AP Stat and pre-calc, bro.
Damn.
It's crazy because if you go back to me end of junior year,
right,
when I was creating my schedule, what I wanted to do was be in the school as least as possible, yet have 2 maths because I wanted to get into whatever 4-year school I wanted to go to.
Right.
My original plan was to go as far away as my mom would let me. And it's kind of weird how I went full circle and now I'm going the closest place.
Yeah, that's funny.
So it's weird how that happened, but yeah, then I got stuck with AP Stat and pre-calc. And dude, I've been eyeing up this gum and I was like, wait, am I allowed to chew this gum on this podcast? But I'm like,
dude, go for it. Why not?
Dude, it's whatever.
So you know what's funny? Like we were talking about college and stuff like that. I'll tell you, I'm good. I got Invisalign on. But yeah, the process I've been through about what I want to do in college. At first, I was dude, I'm gonna be some sick architecture, doing some modern type stuff, you know. And then I went from nah, I'm not good at drawing. I'm not gonna be doing those calculations. And then I went why do I even need college when I see real estate people doing making money, and you just need to study real hard for the test, obviously, $900 for the license, and then just boom, and start doing cold calls or whatever. And then I was speaking to Prof, the Italian teacher, and I was telling her how I don't want to go to college. I just want to do real estate, take my exam senior year. And she's like, yeah, but you don't want not having that college degree to stop you from getting somewhere in life, you know? So I was like, yeah. So I was like, why not? Why not do that? Just get that college degree, get it. Even if you don't use it, but you have it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was really good.
So, yeah, it's just pretty much that's what I wanted to do in college. And I've always been more of a family person. I never really, wanted to go as far away. And I always wanted to be, local. Because, I love my family's, number one. I think for a lot of people, family is, it's where it's at pretty much.
Mm-hmm. That reminded me, I don't know, you said something about, college. That reminded me about, what we were talking about before about, how much housing is. So my sister is at TCNJ right now. I calculated it out. So last year, as a sophomore in college, she stayed on the property of TCNJ, I guess.
Right, yeah.
But it was a nice apartment. She split it with 4 girls. I calculated it out. Guess how much it was per day?
Per day, we're going there.
Per day.
Oof.
$60 per day. $60
a day.
A day,
dude. Imagine that. No way, dude.
And then now we calculated it out for her house.
Right.
So now she's living in a house with 3 other girls.
Okay.
Did I say 4 other girls?
Yeah.
Last time?
Yeah.
So that was 3 other girls. My bad.
Okay.
$20 a day now.
Okay.
But still, $20 a day?
Yeah.
People don't realize how much it is to just how much housing costs is.
And that's a bad habit. Going into that $20 day aspect, Dunkin' or Starbucks before school every day. When I looked at my bank statement for the month, I'm like, how much did I spend this week just on Dunkin' and Starbucks? I'm like, nah, I gotta cut that down. I'd rather make my own drinks at home.
So what's the average that you spend at Starbucks per day?
Ooh, per day. I'll bring it to per week because it's either Dunkin' or Starbucks. But I feel like I go Starbucks less just because Dunkin' is how would I say, not more variety, but just their matcha. I like their matcha a lot, and their iced tea. This is mainly 2 things I get, and then so I could say per week on Dunkin', I could say about $15 to $20. And I could say approximately for my whole senior year, sadly, about $300 probably on Dunkin' and Starbucks combined. But yeah, no, and I was I wasn't doing the actual math for that, but I was over
to add up.
time,
to see it.
300 a month, 12. Yeah. What is that 300 times 12? That's 3,000. Nah, am I tripping? Yeah, because 300 times 10, you could just add a 0, right? 3,000.
300 times 10?
Yeah.
Yeah, 3,000.
3,200.
It's at 12. I was trying to do
Yeah. No, I was just
math.
Yeah. So it'd be 3,600.
Same thing with Same thing with off-campus lunch. To fill me, approximately, it takes me $17 worth.
Damn.
It depends.
Yeah.
It's like 15, 17, something like that. So if I were to go out 5 days, 5 times 15 is what, 75? Yeah.
Yeah, about
$75 a week just during the school week. That doesn't count any dinners. That's just lunch if I were to go out every day.
Damn.
So that's why I've just been trying to go home. Like, so many people just like don't even give a fuck. They just don't.
Yeah.
Just out every day. I'm like,
I don't understand.
what kind of job you got, bro? Like,
it's either the job or daddy's money. One of those two. Like,
that's facts.
I'm not blaming people that use daddy's money. If their parents make enough, then good for them. But what's your favorite outside place to go to during like lunch?
There's a lot of circumstances.
Yeah, time.
That go into that time, yeah. But like more of just like what I'm in the mood for.
Right.
The go-to spot gotta be Chipotle.
Chipotle, wherever.
There's nowhere where you're getting that much bang for your buck at like
protein, carbs.
For how good it is.
Crazy. You know what's funny? Chipotle, 6 months straight, at least 4 times a week is what I used to eat. And it got that one time I took a bite and I was this close to throwing up because I got tired of it. I don't know what got into me. But think about it, 6 months straight for like 4 times a week. I was like, ugh. And till this day, I had it one time and I ate like a scoop. And I'm like, nope, still ain't for me. And my other, not the food addiction, but like food that I got a lot is Wendy's. Their number 9, which was like this bourbon bacon, number 9.
Double or single?
Single for when I want to light, double when I'm like heavy duty mode. They got rid of
heavy duty mode. I like that.
Yeah, they got rid of that. They got rid of the number 9. So I'm like, no, what am I gonna do now? Like, so I was looking at the number 10, which is a chicken asiago. It's my go-to with the ghost pepper ranch, something like that, dude. And then the best drink there, tropical pineapple mango lemonade. And then I tried the blueberry pomegranate lemonade the other day, which is like 2 days ago. Dude, so good, refreshing. If they, I don't know if they sell this in the morning, but instead of Starbucks or Dunkin', that might be the go-to if you want to if you want refreshers. So definitely go try that out. But yeah. And
nice stuff there. Coffee's probably not too bad either.
What?
Coffee is probably not too bad either, but like
yeah.
Nowadays with coffee, like I feel like no one at our age is like, yeah, can I just get a coffee with 2 creamer and 1 sugar?
Yeah, no.
No one like that's not things like, may I please have the iced latte with oat milk and cold foam?
And like 2
shots. I can't lie, I'm like that.
Yeah,
I'm like that, bro.
Yeah, I mean, definitely, like, some of those combos, like, TikTok be putting me on sometimes with those combos. Remember the unicorn frappuccino?
Dude, I never had it, bro.
I never had it either, bro. Oh, my gosh, that just brought so many memories. Like,
someone else brought that up, like, not that long ago. I was like, holy shit, that's crazy. That they remember that. Like,
was that during quarantine or not? That was way before that.
I think it was, like, a little before that. Dude, I remember, am I tripping or was it, like, 6th grade? I don't know if I'm tripping.
I thought it was, like, 6th grade. No, I think it was 7th grade because I remember 6th grade just getting my phone and then a year later seeing that unicorn. So it was like 7th grade. But regardless, dude, that's, what is that, 2017?
I have no idea.
2018, actually, because I remember 2019 was when we went as a freshman. So about 2018, around there, 2017. But yeah, dude, like we were saying, overtime, money. And actually, I've only been outside for lunch for like, I've always, like, in my car, I've only been once to Wendy's this whole year for lunch. And then I usually go with someone else, and they pay for my food. Shout out, because the person knows who, so whatever. But yeah, Chick-fil-A was a spot where
Chick-fil-A is fire.
Yeah, and they're building one
Dude, yeah.
Across on 40.
The people that are, like, leaving for college, like, they're not going to get the fullest extent of that, like we are.
Yeah, like, it's crazy. But yeah, like, that's also another thing. I wish I could have gone out more for lunch, and like I want to go at least one more time, so I'll probably go out tomorrow. But yeah, like, it's so nice where we're located. We got McDonald's, Smash Burger, Chipotle. What else we got? Panera, at Wendy's.
So many people like shit on Parsippany. And dude, I hate the people that are like, dude, like, Parsippany sucks. We have nothing.
Irrelevant. Like,
we have everything.
And not talking about food. We're talking about supermarkets.
That's what, like, I'm not talking just food. I'm talking about, like, literally everything.
Yeah.
There's, think about how many places there are on Earth where you're, like, an hour drive away from the city, from skiing, and from a beach. Like, that's unheard of Like, people don't realize how much shit there is to do here. But because we've come so accustomed to our environment, we just think it's mid.
Yeah, like...
There's nowhere... Think about the motherfuckers in, like, Ohio who, like, want to be like, man, I'm hungry. I literally have one option. I don't have the option of Chipotle, Birdie's, Smash Burger, Habit, Shake Shack, 3 different type of fast food restaurants. Like, we have so much stuff here, and people are just like, no.
And for the people that drive, we got Route 80, 46, 10, like... You got everything.
Parkway.
We're just, like, in the middle of, like...
Everything, bro. Like,
yeah, it's so convenient. And, like you were saying, we got accustomed to where we live, so we say it's mid and there's nothing to do around here. But put yourself in the perspective of a person from Ohio. Like, damn, Parsippany got everything. Like, yeah.
Freaking Parsippany, bro.
It could get, like, in our school, it could get, like, weird. I wouldn't say ghetto sometimes, but, like...
Oh, no, our school, it's, like...
It's starting...
It's not, like, ghetto, but, like, it's just, like...
Ratchet.
It's, like...
Ratchet is the word. But, like, gym class is horrible. Horrible. Dude. They closed our locker room, what, for 2 weeks, was it? No, a week.
Dude, don't even get me started on gym class, bro. Gym class actually got me pissed off, bro.
Yeah.
We're in the same gym class.
Yeah.
As we mentioned a little bit before.
It's just, we could only sum it up with, that's literally the best way to sum it up.
Basically, what happened is... So, like, you go to gym, we all go in the locker room, we're just, like, chilling there. We're just chatting it up. I go to use the bathroom. Immediate smell of marijuana. A large sum of marijuana. Like, real marijuana is being smoked. I'm thinking, whatever, because this happens. Like, not real marijuana. Like, you always, like, walk in the bathroom every once in a while, you smell some cart, or you smell some vape or something. But this time I was like, damn. These motherfuckers.
Yeah.
So... We go outside, we're, like, about to start playing, like, volleyball or whatever, and they're like, yo, all the guys over here, all the girls over here, and I'm like, bro.
Who did what now?
So we all go over there, we get this talk, like, all right, who uses the locker room to get changed? And, like, I thought he was asking, like, today, so I was like, I didn't get changed today. But, like, I get changed, like, a decent bit. Not, like, a decent bit, but, like.
Yes, especially the shoes is what I do.
Always shoes, yeah. So then, like, I didn't raise my hand. He's like, all right, good. So we're going to close the locker room. And I'm like, what do you mean?
Yeah, like, why?
So, like, the next, like, couple of days going in the gym, we just go in, we, like, put our bags down. Like, that's it. Like, we can't get changed. We can't change our shoes. Like, you can if, like, you ask him, like, personally to, like, let you in. But, like, you just have to go through all that. You have to go to the bathroom, bro. See ya.
Yeah. Like,
you got to go, like, halfway across the school. That's another thing. They closed down all the bathrooms.
There's so much wrong, bro.
But one thing I do want to talk about that got me super pressed. So, this is, like, first period. Do you remember that one day where, like, we, like, went down to the track to play kickball, but they were like, you can play kickball? Dude, yeah. So, like, we walk down to the track. All right, every day we walk out of the locker room, we have to wait 10 minutes for the gym teachers to be like, all right, I'm ready to do stuff now.
Yeah, literally.
So then 10 minutes pass, then it takes us another 5 minutes to walk all the way down to the track.
Yeah. We
get to the track, they're like, all right, you guys got to walk a lap now. We're like, bruh.
Okay.
Walk the lap, and they're like, all right, your only option is kickball. And they take out, like, they didn't say that yet. Yeah. They brought out, like, frisbees, football, whatever. First period, I'm fine just throwing the frisbee with the boys.
Chill.
Grand old time.
Yeah, chill.
That's a double thumbs up with a smile on my face for me.
Yep.
But then they're like, nah, you cannot throw the frisbee that we just took out for you guys. You have to play kickball. And I'm like, bro, this is really, like, the last, like, Friday gym class I'm ever going to have, and I can't, like, throw this frisbee because you're so fucking lazy that you can't even, like, watch me. Like,
yeah. Like, they have a set of spike ball.
Dude, I love playing spike
football, frisbee, soccer, volleyball, just out in a bag to, like, tease us. Because we're like, okay, can we just play literally right next to you? And they say, no. You either play kickball or you play kickball. And they got
Or you walk.
They got rid of the option. Remember today? But you were only allowed to play that, whatever, foam baseball.
We couldn't even walk around.
Yeah.
You had to.
And you get lack of participation. Like, how do you expect us to be motivated to come to your class to do PE if you limit us to walk or do whatever you decide, not have a little bit of freedom?
And then today, bro. Then today he's like, all right, this is like after we play, like, softball.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, we're going to open up the locker room. And I'm like, bet.
Yeah.
I'm like, bet. I'm with it.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for this shit. Because I knew this shit was not going to last.
Yeah.
So I'm with it. I only have 2 full days of high school left, but, like, whatever. I'm with it, bro. I'm ready to just get back in the locker room.
And just hang out.
And then they're like, all right, our next unit is fitness. we're gonna be running, we're gonna be keeping pace, and I'm like, bro,
sprints.
I really have one day left of gym class, and like, our unit is fitness.
Yeah, and I was talking with Jonathan Spirok. I'm like, I think we have his class first tomorrow, right? Or we had it first today?
We had it.
No, we have him tomorrow first.
Tomorrow first,
and
yeah.
tomorrow's the last time we'll see him. We're like, we were saying we either come in late, just skip that class because we're all doing the internship, or we just come in and just fool around and get lack of participation just because it's the last one. Like we're still talking about it, but like, how are they gonna make us do sprints, push-ups, the last few weeks of school? And Mr. Smith didn't like that, definitely.
I don't know. Mr. Smith does not want to do that.
No, I know it's definitely like the gym teacher society that definitely told them in general to become more strict. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And
it's unfortunate because Mr. Smith is probably the chillest gym teacher, and Miss Roche. I had her freshman year, but they're so chill. But because and my opinion is it's so obvious who is probably in our gym class who is probably doing the weed. It's pretty obvious. I mean,
yeah, they were like, we cannot identify them, and I was like, bro, like, I didn't like say this obviously, but I'm like, bro, like, if you go like this,
they reek.
Like, you're gonna know. You're gonna know who is smoking the actual fucking weed in the showers.
Yeah,
who lit up a fucking joint in the showers. Like,
yeah. Well, like, and I remember last year. I'm not gonna name any names, but I don't know what I got told. Remember that one year where the 600 and 700 wing, you just walk past her and then it reeked. I don't know if you remember, but it was someone that left the actual bong in the boys' bathroom in the 600 wing, like an actual bong, and then
motherfucker left it.
Yeah, and then Lenny was involved, and then whatever. But it was like,
did they get him?
No, I don't think so. But it was actually no, they did, but they didn't. I think they just did like ISS or something like that.
All right. After this ends, I need to know who that is.
Okay, but I'll let you know. And you won't be surprised, bro. Like he's fried 24/7 in school.
What grade did he graduate?
No. I think he's a sophomore or junior. It's a younger sibling of a kid in our grade. I'll tell you after.
So speaking of drugs and alcohol, do you partake in any drugs or alcohol?
Nah, on my YouTube videos and me as a YouTube like personality influencer, number one, I don't condone drinking or smoking, like partying and whatever. I'm not gonna do that. Like, yes, I'll be filming at prom weekend, but I won't be there jumping and
that's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, I'll be there filming and like
the Jesse G prom weekend vlog.
Yeah, and there's gonna be people boxing. So that's going.
What?
Yeah, you didn't know that? You didn't know that?
No.
It's gonna be Gio Picarelli and Ryan Cole's main card event
on the beach. Where?
I don't know. It's
on the beach.
It's gonna go down. I wanted to make like a UFC event card, like make that the main fight and have like little fights.
Bro,
that'd be like the best prom weekend ever.
That'd be crazy. Prom weekend's gonna be insane.
Yeah.
It's gonna be bonkers.
So like, and I'm not saying we all like. Me person, like I've been like to one party, to that homecoming party with Maurice.
Sebs, yeah.
Yeah, that's my first ever somewhat of a party I've ever been to. I've never been to another high school party, and like yeah, I was jumping and I personally like because I don't like drink or smoke. I didn't do that day either, but I don't even listen to like worldly music. I only listen to Christian music. And yeah, if we're like peer pressure, whatever, I was there jumping. I'm not. I'm gonna be up front, like we wanted to say. I want to be here to be up front. Like we all make mistakes and whatever, but that's fine. But like I said, I personally don't do drinking. I personally don't do smoking or partying. But that's just what I want to put out to the world. You know.
I have I don't want to say a similar mindset.
Yeah.
Because I do partake in them, but like I have a similar like theory and like my like once like high school's over, like my consumption of marijuana and alcohol is going to drop significantly, but it's only because of like the high school experience.
Right.
And like it's so easy to just be like just let myself like into that, if that makes sense. Like just like
let it happen.
Exactly, yeah. So like if I'm at a party, like I'm drinking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I don't smoke anymore. I used to be like a really big stoner, but like it just was not for me anymore.
Right.
I just felt like it was harming me more than it was helping me, and for that reason, I just had to stop it.
Right, and people say like it does help with your focus and whatever, but like it's I don't know. I can't say that it's true or it's not true because I've never done it, but I feel like me personally, if it's medically prescribed, I don't even agree with that. But if it gets to that point, then so be it. But like you said, high school experience, it's gonna happen regardless. But and I thank God for how my parents raised me, because I didn't drink, I didn't smoke, and I'm glad, and I'm just hoping my younger sister, I have to like tell her what's right, what's wrong, so she doesn't have to do the things that I've done, not necessarily smoking or drinking, but just like high school in general, like mistakes, and yeah, just like not doing that, and also I also thank God that He let me decide on the CCM thing and like being commuting, because I feel like definitely like the college experience, like you were saying, like dorming and like partying, I definitely feel that if I was there dorming, I'd be making a lot of mistakes.
You'd be pressured into
Oh
doing
yeah,
something.
yeah, and like I've never given into peer pressure, but like it's college is different. You with like you're like with older people. What I'm gonna be, let's say going into college at 17, you're gonna be with people that are like 21, 22, something like that, right? And they're gonna be like, yeah, you should do it, and like you gotta start. What I like to say is you gotta start learning to say no without an explanation.
That's
Just
facts.
say no, because like me personally, I even when people ask me something, I say no, and then I have to go into a whole explanation, blah blah, and then after I'm like, they just asked me a question. Why'd I give them a whole speech?
Yeah.
But yeah, so like I was saying, just I thank God that I'm commuting and I'm just going down His path and what He has for me.
Are you gonna drink at prom weekend?
No, I don't. I don't plan, and I don't want to, and God forbid I do. So I'm saying I won't. I'm saying I won't drink or smoke, because also you could also have same amount of fun being sober. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
So I don't need that necessarily inside my system to be having fun. So I'm gonna be having fun sober, and I think I still have the same quality fun time as with someone that's like, smacked already.
Totally. You gonna go on the rides or not?
I hate roller coasters. Let me tell you what happened.
Okay.
So roller coasters, I was 6. I went with my friend's family. It was my first time at Six Flags, right?
Which one?
Um,
Great Adventure?
yeah, that one. It's in Jackson.
Which ride?
Dude, I don't know. I was 6, right? But it was a small kid one, right? But beforehand, they take me to eat a cheeseburger, funnel fries,
I think I know where this is going.
and then it was a milkshake too. And I was already saying, no, don't go. I don't want to go. But they forced me on it. They forced me onto a roller coaster. So you could already imagine me, 6 years old, shaking to go on it, right? So it gets time to get on. And my first traumatic experience was on it, how fast it took off. I didn't expect it, because I literally almost got whiplash. I was like that.
Yeah.
Like, it was horrible. The second thing is, on a turn, they didn't put my seatbelt on properly. If my friend didn't hold me on tight, I would have fell off the roller coaster. And then afterwards, you can imagine what happened with all that food. It came back up. But yeah,
Did it get on you or anybody or?
No, it was right next to a garbage can. It was like,
Oh, this is after.
yeah,
Not
it was.
on?
It was
Beautiful,
after. Yeah, it was after. So it
okay.
was perfect. Like, the Sandlot. It wasn't like the Sandlot. You know the Sandlot when
No.
you've never heard of that movie?
I've heard of it. I never watched it.
Oh, dude, you should watch it. It's really great. It's where they
I'll have
take.
to add it to the list.
Oh yeah, dude, it's great. It's definitely a throwback if you like watched it when you were little. But yeah, no, from there and on, don't plan to get on a motorcycle. I'm motorcycle, because I was thinking about the next thing I was gonna say. But I don't plan to get on a roller coaster. You could offer me $1 million, and I probably still would say no.
Nah, no way. I'm like, here's $1 million cash. You're just gonna go on this roller coaster, and you're like, nah.
Well, I don't know. I always say that, but I'm like, I mean, that's different when you have $1 million cash in front of you. That's different, but I always say that. And now to the motorcycle part, right? I went on my friend's motorcycle the other day, and then he just like takes off, and I wasn't ready. It was my first time, and then he on the intercom, he was like, yo, what are you doing? Because I squeezed him, bro. He stopped breathing. I promise you, I squeezed him so hard. He's like, yo, what are you doing? Are you okay? And then we were making a turn too, so I kind of leaned, so I almost crashed the bike. It was bad. So, but once I got used to it, it was fun. It was like driving a jet ski too. I drove it one time in Costa Rica. It was mad fun. It was really fun.
I had my first jet ski experience in Florida on April 6th.
Yeah?
That was a crazy experience. Like, not even like, so like, I was with Andrew Kopech, and he knows how to use jet ski.
You know how to whip that thing.
So, we go to this place. We immediately pull up, and like, I already know it's like sketchy. Like, this place is like, okay. So we pull up. We get on the jet skis, and he's like, all right, you guys got to follow. There's like a dude. He's like, yo, you guys got to follow me out to the ocean. Or not the ocean, it's like the bay.
Yeah.
We're going in the bay. I'm like, all right, bet. Head out to the bay. He takes us out there. And he's like, all right, you guys can go. This dude bolts it. Just absolutely books it. Then, like, it's my turn. Like, I'm, like, riding it. And, like, all right, this thing's pretty sick. But, like, I don't know. There's something about it. Like, I don't know if it was that jet ski in particular, but like, I don't know, just like the motions of it. It was just like, it felt weird to me. I'm usually pretty good with that type of stuff, but I don't know, something about it. So then he hops back on, like, we're going. We see the dude at the corner of our eye, just like coming at us. I'm like, yo, was that him? He's like, no, it's not him. And I'm like, nah, bro, that's him. That's him. Yeah. He pulls over. I'm like, all right, stop. Maybe he's going to come over to tell us something. He's like, what are y'all doing? I don't think you guys understood the assignment. And we're like, what? And he's like, you have to be where I can see you. What happens if like something happens to you? We're like, uh-oh. So it gets even crazier. So then we're like, all right, this is like a little after. He's like, all right, we're going to head back in now. We got a flight to catch. We're like going, right? He's like, all right, y'all are going to have to get off and push the jet ski. It's too shallow. And we're like, what? So like we hop out the jet ski and we're like pushing it. This dude is in like a pontoon boat. He hops out the pontoon boat and just starts pulling it with like a finger, the whole pontoon boat. And we're like, bro. And it's me and Peasy, and we're both like trying to push the jet ski. And we're having trouble pushing the jet ski. But basically, like, we're in like the middle of like the bay.
Yeah.
And like we're just like walking. It was just crazy. I knew I should have took my phone out. I took a picture and like took a video of it, but like I just didn't because like it was in like the jet ski like pocket.
Right, bro. That must have been horrible. Pushing those things are.
No, it was pretty sick.
Heavy.
I mean, it sucked, but like. It was also sick.
Yeah, experience. Yeah, that experience was mad fun. Yeah, the same, not the same experience, but the experience I had on a jet ski was, we were in Costa Rica, and like if you went like about like a mile out and made a left, you were like on different islands and whatever. So we like left. We were seeing like little fins. I don't know if it were dolphins or sharks, but we were seeing some fins. I was scared, but we went like tight to the next island next door. It was like really nice. It was like perfect. It was like MacBook wallpaper, like Apple wallpaper type material. I'm talking good. Like the view was nice. Sunset was starting to come down. It was beautiful. And it was all inclusive. So, I was eating out that ice cream so much. But yeah, no, I definitely would go there again. So nice, so nice.
Looks pretty nice there.
Yeah, Costa Rica. If you want to like go there, I'd say definitely go to like
a resort. Yeah,
a resort that's all inclusive, but also the place you're going to, make sure you have like a schedule of what you want to do outside of the resort. Because what happened to us, like, we were there for like 5-6 days, I think, or a week, and then obviously you're gonna get bored. Like, I'm grateful and all, but don't get me wrong, like, you're gonna be doing water slides, pool, beach, same thing. You're gonna be wanting different. So on the third day, we went on a safari. It was nice, safari adventure, and then we went zip lining. It was our first time. It was pretty cool. So yeah, if definitely you're gonna go travel, definitely have that like schedule of what you're gonna do. Yeah.
What do you think about like energy? And I'm not talking like solar. Like, you know what I mean or no?
Energy?
Yeah, like energy of like people.
Oh, like vibes.
Yeah, like vibes.
Okay, here's my thing. Like, I definitely like feel bad because sometimes I look at someone, I'm like, he just pisses me off. I don't want to talk. Like,
some people are just like that.
You're just a punchable face. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I could name drop probably like 3 people like that right now, but like,
not gonna do
I can do that yet.
Yeah, but like that's something I think a lot of people do that. Just something like you can't just obviously like don't judge a book by its cover. But like there's just some people.
Some people are just annoying.
Yeah, they just have that face too. But energy, people always say energy doesn't lie and like vibes don't lie, and like sometimes like. Most of the time, if you get a vibe from someone, it's probably right. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like,
trust your gut feeling.
Yeah, gut feelings, and sometimes it may change. Cause I know my friend Christian Portillo. When I had my long hair, I had long curly hair up to here, right? He was like, when I first saw that guy, I thought he was just like a butthole. Like, I thought, yeah, not to cause I don't curse. If you guys haven't noticed already, you know what I mean? But yeah, he thought I was like a complete like punk. He thought I was gonna be like a complete douchebag. But then he got to know me, and then it's different. So like things like that. Appearances can lie sometimes. Like so friendly, but energy wise, like I said, most of the time your gut feeling, the vibe. Yeah, it's probably.
And that situation is like, I've had similar stuff. Like my ex-girlfriend, like when I first I didn't really know her, but then like I thought she was a bitch, to be straight up. Like, I was like, nah. Like, I don't want to associate with her.
Damn.
But then, like, I started, like, talking to her, and, like, she's a really cool person.
Yeah.
So, like, that's just, like, stuff like that just happens. And, like, you can't be super set on your first impression of someone or something.
Right. Yeah. Going back, I've actually never been in a real relationship. The only real relationship was when I was 13, which like it was 8 months. Don't get me wrong, 8 months is a long time. But when you're 30,
You're 13, 8 months is a minute.
yeah, but 13, you're still young. You're still
Definitely,
maturing.
yeah.
It doesn't really count as one. And you definitely have like little loves from here and there, whatever, like holding hands in the hallways in middle school or whatever. But yeah, I've never been in a true relationship. I've always like just said, God, whatever girl you have for me, gonna come my way and everything's gonna work out, you know? So I'm just waiting till that day that the right girl presents in my path, and then we'll go on from there. But yeah, what's your view on family? Do you want to have kids, and like if so, how many, gender wise?
So for family, I mean, I was raised in like a really weird family situation.
Okay.
I don't know. Like there's like stuff that like I don't even know about that's going on in my family. Like I recently just found out one of my family members used to like sell like drugs like a lot.
Damn.
Like he bought like a truck just for selling drugs.
Huh?
Yeah.
Damn.
And I was like, whoa. One of my uncles is insane. So like there's a lot going on in my family, but like my family views like what I want to do is like ideally I want to have a lot of money. That's the first part of the problem.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I want to have a lot of money and then just kind of like have children with women, but not like, I don't know how to put this, like not like be like changing diapers and stuff. Like I want to have multiple children with multiple different women
Okay.
and like spread the Kiwi last name.
Okay, gotcha. Like Nick Cannon.
Yeah, like Nick Cannon, kind of like the Tates, like stuff like that.
Yeah, gotcha. And for me, I want to have a wife, right? Don't I mean my age that I wanted to get married, like obviously that's just what I wanted to do. I want to start to get to know someone once I'm like 18, 19 and like have that a few like 2-3 years, maybe 2 years talking or 1 to 2 years whatever. And I want to get married 22. I know that sounds crazy, but that's just what I want to do. God's plan is different. But then from 22, enjoy a few like years together. Then 26, 27 comes around, have our first kid. I want it to be a boy, just like my parents. I'm the oldest, and then me and my sister have a age gap of 6 years. And you know what's funny? My birthday is August 20th, and hers is August 19th. So a day and 6 years apart. Yeah.
Pretty sick.
So yeah, 2 kids, just like my parents had. A boy first, and then a girl. I still don't know the age gap that I want to have, because like sometimes I'm gonna be up front. My sister's 11. Sometimes I act like an 11-year-old. When she starts hitting me as a joke, I go down to her level and I get in trouble. But you know, siblings, it is what it is, you know. But yeah, I just don't know the age gap. That's my views on family.
I think we've brought up a lot of really good points today. I feel like this is a pretty solid ending spot. What about you?
Yeah, I think it's great.
Jesse, it has been a pleasure. Where can these people find you?
Jesse G Vlogs on YouTube, and then on my YouTube you'll see my link tree for all my socials. Jesse Gillentine, JessieGillentine. Long last name, but you can find me on all social media. And yeah, and I'm also gonna be doing a behind the scenes, like adding it to my vlog. So I don't know which video is gonna be up first, but definitely check it out.
That was actually really good. Like most people when I'm like that, they're like, you can find me on this Instagram. Like that's it. Like he had that shit.
Yeah.
Just like ready to go, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. See you guys.
I'll see you.